What is up? Let's go! Hello! Oh, I like that button. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that.
Man, hey, I got one thing to say. Put those lethal weapons away, Wells.
Hey, Glenn
Let's go!
Boy, yeah, I'm from LDW.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, everybody now.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me put my shirt back.
Hey, Brandon, put him to sleep.
What is that?
Knock him out.
Hey,
I think y'all still got too much tea in y'all from LDW.
hey, all y'all.
What are you doing?
Hey, all y'all's videos that y'all do, y'all need to learn how to flip your shake like that.
Oh!
Man, back and forth.
Yeah,
Understand?
that's a boomerang, man.
And then up like that, like a bartender.
Hey, shaking that stir.
I'm telling you, it grabs attention. When I got my bottle in the gym, I'm always like flipping it, and people be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Right. You got skills with the bottle.
Woo!
Boy.
I tell you what, as soon as y'all get a little bit more excited, you
Oh, Brandon.
money.
Come on. Uh-oh. We got Cody in the building. We got Ice Baby. Y'all turn. Hey.
Rush off of LDW. Let's go.
AKA Ice Cap, baby.
Yes.
Wow. What's up?
Hey,
Man, I got
everybody
this
do me a
amazing.
favor on the
Got
count
my
of three,
back
start
seat.
clapping.
I'm about to get one so we can rock them together.
Awesome. Everybody do me a favor on the count of three, start clapping. 1, 2, 3.
It ain't going that way.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I guess I don't need to ask how everybody's doing tonight.
Oh, man.
Powerful.
Powerful.
But I'm going to ask anyway. How's everybody doing tonight?
Amazing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So it's 8:33. Let's get the party started. All you LBW animals. Unbelievable. What a weekend. And let me make sure we're recording. I think I pressed record. Yeah, we are recording.
Yes, I recording.
Very good, very good. So it is April 18th. What does that mean? What does that mean?
2-minute warning.
We have 12 more days.
There you go, baby. We got 12 days. It's 2-minute warning. 12 days including today. 11 days starting tomorrow. Got a few things. Obviously, we got Morgan's second cut. We didn't talk about her second cut last week because it's like, it was, I can't remember what the date was. The 13th, well, it wasn't the 13th. It was like the 11th, I guess, because the 13th was Friday. It was a little bit early in the month. But, of course, we know she's going to get her second cut. We already know that.
That's right.
And y'all remember what we talked about 2 or 3 weeks ago. We don't miss cuts. We don't miss cuts. So that's for Morgan. That's for anybody. It doesn't matter if you're in cuts of DAP, right? Yep. Or cuts of anything. Well, you don't miss cuts. Once you get that first cut, then it's on. It's game on. Right? And one thing I want y'all to get in your notes real quick, and we'll be interactive here as well. I'm not going to talk for, I know that I like curse myself, like I put a curse on myself every time I say I'm not going to talk for 45 minutes. Then all of a sudden it's like, all right. You know what I mean? But really, I want to hear from a lot of you guys as well. But Mark Hughes, when he put together this marketing plan, I mean, there's a reason. Y'all gotta let's understand the fundamentals here. There is a reason that for different qualifications, it's a 3-month qualification. Can anybody tell me, just think common sense, what's the reason? What's the reason? Anybody, tell me.
For building a stable business?
I heard stable business. I heard consistency.
Consistency.
There you go. Stable.
Establishment.
What'd you say?
Establishment.
Yeah, establish, exactly. Establish the momentum, establish a strong foundation, establish a stable business, establish the consistency, because you got to develop consistency to be able to do it for 3 months in a row, right? It's like who likes to work out, whether it's a dance fit, whether it's any type of working out. Oh, and everybody starts showing their muscles and taking their clothes off. Okay, I got you. Y'all like to work out. Oh, y'all like to work out. So it's like if you've never worked out before, right? And you know it's kind of the same when somebody comes to the Herbalife business. They've never done the Herbalife business before, right? And probably about 80 or 90% of the people that we sign up have never been in business for themselves before. You guys understand that? A lot of people, you know, they've only had jobs and stuff like that. They've never been their own boss. They've never been self-employed, whatever. So there's a different mindset. All you guys know this, but I'm just going to tell you the obvious anyway. All you guys know that there's a different mindset that you have to have, or that you have to adopt when you become a business owner. Doesn't that make sense? Y'all agree with that? Of course you do. Yeah. There's a business owner. A business owner mindset is different than an employee mindset, right? And so it's the same as if you're going to the gym and you've never been to the gym before, you've never exercised before. If you get all inspired and all jacked up and motivated to go to the gym or to go exercise, and you go for 1 day, how much gains do you think you're going to get in terms of cardio, in terms of lifestyle change, in terms of, you know, your body start changing, whatever, if you go for 1 day and quit? And I don't mean quit, but if you don't go back, right? What if you go for 1 week, right? And you just killed it for that week. You've never done it before. You're so inspired, and you go like 4 or 5 times for the first week, and you just killed it. I don't care whether it's dancing, whether it's cardio dance fit, or weightlifting, or aerobic activity, whatever type of physical activity, and you kill it for a week, and then you stop going. I mean, first of all, are you going to see that much results in your cardio, your endurance, or your physical physique? Are you going to see drastic changes in your first week? Are you? You're not, are you? Your first week is what we call hell week. Excuse the language, but that's what it is. It's like your body's sore. You never done it before. You're like, oh man. You come home. You're like, oh, I don't know. But you gotta keep something that motivates you, so you keep your eye on the prize. So whether it's somebody that you want to be like, or your workout partner that, oh, I want to be fit like him or her, whatever it is, right? That's got to be a mental picture for you. So you stay motivated, stay in the game to really create a habit and to adopt a different mindset for a healthy, active lifestyle, until you get in the habit, until it becomes, and by the way, this usually takes about 3 weeks, right? It takes about 21 days to create a new habit and get rid of a bad habit. Okay, consistency, 21 days. Okay, I mean, some people say different things, but anyway, just let's go with 21 days just for the point here. So if you do that deal, and you get in the routine of doing that, now it starts to become habit. Now it starts to become a lifestyle. And now guess what? Now all of your meals and your days and everything else is kind of planned around your workout, isn't it? Your meals that you're eating, your shakes that you're taking, you know, whatever it is that you're after. Then it becomes called lifestyle. Then it becomes the norm, because now you've developed that. Not only are you developing your physical muscle, but you've developed the mental muscle of consistency to go do it day in, day out. And then after a while, you know, after the second week and maybe 10 days, it might not take 2 weeks, but 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever, you start to enjoy it. You start to look forward to going, whatever, because the hell week is over with. You're over the soreness. You're over the shock of your system, you know, and all that other good stuff. Then you look forward to going. Well, isn't that kind of analogous to our business. If a person's never joined our business before, you got to develop the muscle. You got to develop the mental muscle. You got to develop the work habit, the habits that go along with building your business. So going to the original point, that's why we got the 3-month qualification, right, for DAP program or for anything, is to develop that consistency, to develop that mental muscle, to develop the habit, the business consistency, so you build your business on rock, not sand. You guys understand that? You want to build your business on rock, not sand. That way, the first time a little breeze blows, your whole business doesn't blow over. You guys got me? You want to build a solid foundation on rock, not sand. Y'all keep that concept in mind. So, and this is so important, starting even like with the DAP program, the 500 3 months in a row. It's brilliant, brilliant, because it gets them in the habit. It gets them, you know, and then once you start small, you have some small wins. And I don't mean to say small because it's actually a big deal for a new person, right? And it's a big deal for you to have a new person in the DAP program. And then they get all the goodies, and then they make us all jealous with that new gym bag that they get and all that other stuff, right? I mean, I can't even get that gym bag. I mean, Ren comes in the gym with that gym bag, and I'm like, man, I mean, seriously, how much you want for that thing? I'm like trying to buy it from her. She won't sell it, right? And she shouldn't sell it because she earned it, right? So anyway, so that's the bottom line with that, right? And I think I saw a post today. Who was it that just became a new fully qualified DAP? Didn't somebody? Who was it?
Courtney?
Coach Courtney.
Courtney?
Where's she at? I can't there's so many people on here. Where's she at?
I'm right here.
Oh my God, I can't find her.
With that hat
Oh,
on.
there she is up there. Okay. Hey, Courtney.
Hey.
You guys give it up for Courtney. Fully
Yeah.
Now, let me tell I want you to speak here, Courtney, but I'm going to tell you something. Big congratulations for not, I mean, it's the 18th, right? And what, I don't know if that post was today or yesterday, but what, was it yesterday or today that she qualified?
Today.
It was today? Okay. There's so many posts that y'all are posting. Every time I go on there, it's like all of y'all. It's like, y'all are just like dominating the social media, right? So it's so fantastic. So, Courtney, talk to us. Congratulations. I mean, it's so unbelievable. Mid-month and you're already qualified. Talk to us. Tell us how you feel about that.
I feel phenomenal about it because yesterday my PayPal had come. But I feel great, but I feel like I know I can do more, so it's going to be more to come. And you're going to be seeing more on your timeline. I'm ready to flood it.
Yes! Yes!
Now, y'all know the old saying, success leaves clues, right? Who's heard that before? Raise your hand. Success leaves clues. Now, what she just said, there's a clue inside of there. She just taught you something. She just put the exclamation point onto what I was just talking about. Because guess what ends up happening to a person after they string those 3 months together? And by the way, it doesn't even take 3 months. You can do your first month, and doesn't a person have more confidence about themselves?
Yep.
Don't they? They're like, oh, I feel good about myself. Now I can see further. Because see, every success, you're building, each success breeds the next success. They call it success breeds success. Energy breeds energy, right? Success breeds success. So one success breeds the next success. And that breeds the next success. And so I cannot stress the importance of, and by the way, any successful person will teach you this in any business. I cannot express the importance of the small wins. See, you don't get in this business and then all of a sudden, 3 months later, you're getting diamonds and you're a president's team member and you ain't got nothing to worry about for the rest of your life. That don't happen in any business, right? So it's the small wins. It's the small ones, because guess what? Each win or each success that you have, I call it it's like a building block of, or a platform of achievement. Y'all write that phrase down. Y'all can use this for the next 10 years. It's a platform of achievement. So now you're higher. You just stepped up on a platform of achievement, this little win, this success, whatever it is. And guess what? When you're on a platform of achievement that's higher than where you were, now guess what? Now you're taller. You can see above the crowd. You can see further. You believe more. You feel good about yourself. Your self-esteem just shoots through the roof. And you get the recognition, and you get the pictures and the accolades. And doesn't that make you feel good? Courtney, doesn't that make you feel good?
Yes, it does. Makes me feel
Okay, I don't believe her. All of y'all come off of mute, and we're gonna make her feel real good. We're gonna make real quick. Now, on the count of 3, I want y'all to congratulate Courtney and make her feel really good. 1, 2, 3, yeah! Now, how do you feel?
Thanks, everyone. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, look, what's that?
That's mine.
Fire.
Exactly. So you guys understand that? You guys understand that? So every win, platform of achievement, you can see further. You feel good about yourself. You get the recognition. You get the, you know, in that positive energy inside of yourself, energy breeds energy, success breeds success. So your own success breeds the next success for yourself and for others. Because this is not just a you business. This is a business of duplication, multiplication. This is a business of impact. And this is a business of residual effect. You guys have heard of residual income, but it's called residual effect as well. Everything, every action has a reaction. Everything that you do has an effect, right? A positive effect, or, you know, if you're doing bad things, a negative effect in life or in business, a ripple effect. You know, you never know who you're going to inspire and who you're going to touch through your story and through your successes. And I'm going to tell you one thing right now. And y'all, please listen to this. Please listen to this. I guarantee you, somebody's been in the business for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. They will be more inspired by Courtney's story than by my story.
Yeah.
All day, every day. Why is that? Why is that? Well, the way that the human being mind, the mind of a human being works sometimes, human beings, they kind of complicate it a little bit. And human beings automatically, sometimes, they're in the habit of going, that's great for him, that's great for her, but I don't believe it that I can do that. If you take a Jorge in Disney, she was working in Hooters. They posted a picture a week ago or so. I saved it. I wanted to post it on NCL, but I never posted it up. But they got a picture of Jorge in Disney from 6 years ago at Hooters, in her Hooters uniform, and he's there. He's bartending at the time, 6 years ago. Now they're the #1 royalty in the company at the president's team level. 6 years, exactly what Earl said. 6 years in the business. So guess what? A new person, or if you've been around for 3, 6, 9 months, that's still new. Even a year is new, right? You might be going, no, there ain't no way I could do that. And guess what? You might be right. And maybe you don't even want to do that. Maybe you don't want to be the #1 royalty. That's fine too. But here's the real kicker. Could you do 10% of that?
Yeah.
If you did 10% of what they did in 6 years, you're going to be financially set for the rest of your life. So I want y'all to play that game too. So there's a couple things. New people inspire new people because they're more relatable. Because automatically when you see somebody like Jorge and Disney that are, you know, like ultra galactic status in 6 years and a bunch of people in their group with the same, you're like, oh man, you just like, your brain just shuts down because you can't grasp it a lot of times. That's how human beings are, right? Until you train your brain to you know, have that vision and be open to that and whatever. But the new people are the ones that end up inspiring. And those small wins, every day. Small wins every day. Confidence builders every day. Platform of achievement every single day. Guess what? That's what makes up the large success. Win every day. Small. And when I say win, I'm talking about somebody got a trial pack. Somebody got a total control in the tea. Somebody got a quick start program. Somebody got the shake, the tea, and the aloe. Somebody signed up as a preferred member. You guys understand? Daily cash flow. Daily things happening. Okay? Money exchanging hands. Credit cards happening. Possibilities happening. Seeds planting. What did Dr. Heber talk about with seeds? You know what I'm saying? Seeds. What did Kurt talk about with seeds? Planting the seeds, and then they grow. And what did Kurt talk about? That his mother, when she used to plant seeds, she would dig the little hole, in every single hole, she would put how many seeds in that hole? Three. And he's like, when he was little, he's like, why are you putting 3 seeds in that hole? She's saying, because every seed doesn't grow.
Mm-hmm.
Aha. Right? So if you put 3 in each hole, chances are 1 out of those 3 is going to grow into a tree. You guys follow me? And so you got to plant seeds every day, have wins every single day, money exchanging hands every single day. And then the last thing, then we'll go, because I'm looking at the clock here and I'm going to end up getting caught doing my 45-minute routine. Yeah, exactly. The big thing here, okay, is consistency, okay, day in and day out, achieving small wins and small goals every single day, moving up the marketing plan, and never quitting. What did they teach y'all when y'all were this high? Probably the same thing they taught me in kindergarten, in first grade and second grade, and that's winners never quit, and quitters never win. If you remember that philosophy, you're gonna be on your way. And that's one thing that I've got. I've never quit. I don't quit at anything. Unless you have to drag me out of there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna quit. I'm not gonna quit. So y'all talk to me. How was the LDW this weekend? Let's go around here and y'all tell me about your experiences. Tell me what you learned. Tell me your vision. And inside of what you're sharing with others, keep in mind that what you're going to share is kind of a lesson or a teaching that could end up helping or inspiring the next person on the call here tonight. Who wants to go first? Ladies first. Morgan. I'm gonna pick on somebody just to get the thing kicked off. Where's Morgan? Oh, she's there you are.
Okay, I was writing notes. So I'll say what my biggest takeaway from the event was. First and foremost, for any and everybody, whether it's LDW, STS, or any event that you go to, I was taught that you go into the event with intention. So what I mean by that is before you get there, you kind of have in your head what you want to receive and what you feel like is going to help you best for your business. So that leads up to me saying, before I went into the event, my intentions were to figure out how I can be the best leader that I can be. So my big thing was I have a lot of new business builders, and as you guys know from previous calls, my whole goal is to get everybody what they want. So my thing was, okay, I'm going in here with intention. I want to know how I can set my business builders up as powerfully as possible because they put their trust in me to help them. So I want to make sure that we get them going as good and as quick as possible. So that was my intention. And it was kind of sort of like every single person who came up to speak was talking about how you can get your business partners set up, how you can help them be successful, how they can grow their business, as well as obviously all those things pertain to me as well, how I can grow my business. So that's pretty much what I took. I took like how to get a distributor set up, as well as in the tab team training on Friday, Celeste touched on pretty much like you were saying, just staying the course, being strong, becoming the best leader you can be, having zero excuses, and learn how to deal with anything that's handed to you. And becoming self-aware of your surroundings, being present in every situation, as well as becoming a sponge. Because we become sponges. We take everything in any way possible so that we can learn and become the best we can be. So she kind of went over her Prez team cuts, how she went January, February, March, she hit Prez team. But then as the year went on, she declined, she decreased, it went down, 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 down. And she had half her royalties of a Prez team member. So she never collected a full check. So basically the moral of the story with that she was telling us was just keep on going. Don't quit. And when something like that happens in your business, you have to reflect on you. You have to look at you and figure out what you can fix in your business to be able to continue to get to the next level. So she just really talked about, like you were saying, like, just like play full out, have no distractions, and just like really do the deal. So that's what I took away, as well as another big thing was 90-day plans. I mean, you heard that from everybody. And if you want to get to the next level, it's going to take for you to do a consistent 90-day plan, not a 98-day, not an 89-day plan, but a 90-day plan. So that's what I gathered, and that's what I got.
That's fantastic. And that's perfect, because we're just a little more than 90 days away from extravaganza, right? So y'all keep this in mind. Not only does all of y'all's butts need to be in those seats, so I don't even need to question whether y'all are going to be in Houston, right? Houston.
Nope.
You ain't got to fly to, I mean, it's close for all of us, Houston, right? Most of y'all can drive there, okay? But that's not even the deal, okay, about you being there. Yes, it's the deal about you. I expect you to be there. Let me just put it that way. But it ain't about me expecting you to be there. Guess what it's really about? You got to expect to be there. You need to put expectations on yourself instead of other people having expectations on you. We don't want people going to the extravaganza kicking and screaming like against your will. We want you to be excited about extravaganza right here, right now, tonight. We want you to start dreaming about the extravaganza for the next 90, 100 days. I can't wait to go to extravaganza. You guys see the difference? You guys see the difference? I'm telling you, hey, Lonnie, everything's about vibration. Everything's about, I'm not picking on you. I was just looking at you on my big screen here, right? But guess what? Everything's vibration. Imagine all of y'all tonight going to bed. Oh my God, I can't wait to go to extravaganza. I can't wait to go to extravaganza. Of course I'm going to extravaganza. Because anybody who's anybody that's serious about the business goes to the extravaganza. Imagine if you should go to bed feeling that way tonight. What is your vibration when you feel that way?
What's going to happen?
Vibration tomorrow when you're out there building those successes. You got a different vibration. You got a different vibration. And guess what? And you guys know about the vibes, right? The vibes, the aura people have, the vibes that you have. Guess what? Your vibration, aka vibes, end up attracting other people to you before you even say anything. That's why they call it a vibration. It's like radio waves. You can't feel it. You can't see it, but you can feel it. Meaning other people can feel it. And they look at you like, what is going on with you? I went into the gym tonight and I saw my two buddies, Roman and Clint, my old gym. And I went to Roman and I just walked right up to him and I was just happy to see him. And I was like smiling. I've been practicing on my smile. Ever since I've been around Alcee, I got to smile more. So I think about I got to smile more. I got to smile more. Smile. Right? And so I walk up to him and I'm smiling. And he looks at me and he goes, and I'm going to just tell you what he said. He goes, you know what I just figured out about you? He says, you come to the gym stoned. He said that. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, you're always smiling. You got this smile on your face. Like I go, I'm happy to see you, baby. I don't come to the gym stoned. Why didn't you say nothing? And he's like, he noticed I'm in a state of euphoria. I'm happy to see him. I'm smiling, man. It's my vibe. It's my vibration, right? But anyway, not everybody's going, you know, maybe I am stoned. I'm stoned on Herbalife. These herbs. I drink this stuff. I do feel a little bit, you know, 3 scoops to prepare and a lift off. Maybe I am a little goofy. I don't know. In there. I don't know. Okay. But anyway, it's a vibration. So 2 things, then we're going to go to the next person. What Morgan says, 90 days, a little more than a 90-day plan out from it. Of course, you're going to be there. Put an expectation on yourself. Like, of course I'm going. Why are you going? Because anybody who's serious about the business goes. So are you serious about the business? Of course you're serious about the business. If you weren't serious about the business, guess where you would be right now? Not
on this call.
Not here. I know you're serious about the business because you're on the call here tonight. And so what I'm saying is put that expectation on yourself. Now let's go to what I really want to say. Of course you're going to be there. But what I want you to start thinking about is what we've been talking about the last few weeks is the next 100 days. How many people can you have there with you? Well, if you've been in for a while, what's the magic number? Every single one of you can have 25. Every single one of you can have 25 in that stadium with you. Some of them could be your preferred member right now. Some of them could be your trial pack that you got out yesterday, today, or tomorrow. And they don't know they're going, and you don't need to tell them, oh, by the way, with your trial pack, you need to get a extravaganza ticket. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying they'll get results on the trial pack, and then that success will lead to them getting on a program, and then that success will lead them to come to a fit camp, coming to an HOM, putting a business pitch on them, and then, 40 days from now, they get their ticket. You guys follow me? It's like a thing, right? But I just want you guys to know that can and will happen if that's where the vibration that you start thinking about. You attract what you think about.
Yeah.
You guys got me? So guess what? For the next 100 days, if y'all are thinking about that every night and every morning and every afternoon, what are the chances that it'll start happening? Hey, I got Bob Gray, my president's team member, literally 5 weeks before an extravaganza. Maybe it was 4 weeks. It was about 4 weeks, about 30 full days in June. And the extravaganza was July. Signed him up in June, came to extravaganza in July, president's team 4 years later. Can that happen to you? Yes. Yes. That wasn't an anomaly. That wasn't it happens all the time in this company. So I want y'all to think about that for the next 9 days. Of course you're going to be there, but how many people can you bring? By the way, Courtney, by the way, Raquel, by the way, Sebastian, by the way, anybody, if 25 is too many for you, fine. You can have 5 with you. Maybe 25 is the number for Alcy. Maybe 25 is the number for Sam. Maybe 25 is the number for Earl. Maybe 25 is the number for Rin or for Morgan or for people that have been around already for a while, right? Maybe if you're newer, 5. You can believe 5. Maybe if you don't believe 5, you can believe 3. Maybe if you're like, oh, I can get more than 5, okay, 7. But guess what? If you get 5 in 60 days that are going, then you're still got another 40 days to get 4 or 5 more. So you can end up having 10. Because everything, success breeds success. Get a few committed to go over the next 4, 5, 6 weeks. And then you'll get the confidence, just like Courtney's got the confidence after the DAP program, and you'll be beating your chest, and then you'll be like a Terminator getting people to the extravaganza. And I'm telling you, and the last thing I'm going to say, Mark Hughes always taught us, for every person that you have at the extravaganza, exactly, what does he say, Brandon? Add $1,000 to your monthly income. Add $1,000 to your paycheck.
Ooh, that's
Royalty,
nice.
bonus, whatever. Residual income for every person that you bring there. So my question to you is, rub the genie, like the little magic genie. Ask the genie, how much money do I want to make per month? Will $10,000 a month change your life forever? Good, get 10 people there. If it was guaranteed, we signed the contract right now, $10,000 for the rest of your life, starting in August of 2018. All you got to have is 10 people, butts in those seats. Would you do it? The answer is hell yeah, you would do it. Yeah, you would. Because now it's guaranteed. You sign the contract. You got a clear vision. All I got to do is put 10 butts in seats. Okay, and I would only add 10 willing butts, not 10 drag kicking and screaming butts. You know what I mean? 10 willing butts. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of explain that to you guys. So you're going next 100 days. You can have people there. This is your lottery ticket, guys. Think of the extravaganza as your lottery ticket. Well, it's better than a lottery ticket. Better than a lottery ticket. Chances are much greater than a lottery ticket. Okay, Brandon, I'm just going to call on you, and then we'll keep this thing going. What happened?
What's up, guys? How we doing? Woo! Well, my biggest takeaway was being at every event. You know, my biggest thing is you just never know what impact you're going to make on someone else.
Yeah.
And meeting everybody from Louisiana and meeting all you future people that are on the call that can go, I'm just looking forward to that. You know, I want to meet the whole family out there. I want to meet everybody I can because in the state of Herbalife, I want to feel so comfortable that I can run up to anybody and be super happy in that environment where it's so welcome in the environment. And I got a lot from Alexa and Matt with their distributor flow.
Yes.
I had to attract distributors. It's very difficult. Okay. For some reason, I always put this thought in my head: what am I going to do when I get them? What am I going to do when I attract them to my business? How am I going to take care of them? And so they really laid out a founded plan of action. And what's great is Karen gave me a message today. She's like, someone just asked me about joining the business, and I don't know what to do. And so I pulled up those notes. And I said, this is what we're going to do. And we went through it. And it's so ironic how when you just think about it, when you just write down what you're going to attract and you constantly focus on it and you constantly want more for yourself, things are going to follow what you think about. And so she didn't even know where it came from. It might be from both of us manifesting what we want in our life. And so think of the impact that a team can make on a community. So she didn't even know where it came from. And I was able to provide a way for her to grow this individual into our organization.
Yeah.
And then Kurt, with his analogies about the rocket ship and the seeds that he planted, and even the weird quirky thing about the birds, I was so surreal. I was like, man, this man is so, he's so intriguing. He keeps the ball moving. He makes analogies and metaphors and similes everywhere. And I just love seeing where he can take anything in life and relate it back to the philosophy of business and Herbalife.
Yeah.
And so that's really intriguing to me. The last thing is there was one more thing. Shoot. It was the 90-day plan. So my thing is I've always started 90-day plans, but I've never finished one. And so this time I'm going to finish it. This time I'm writing out all my goals. I'm going to complete it because I want to be sitting platinum VIP with Alcy, with Morgan, with everybody that wants to be there. Because I'm not going to sit in the nosebleed section again. I'm not going to be up in the stands. I'm not going to have that. I deserve more, and my team deserves more. They deserve a better leader. They deserve to go forth because I have to lead by example so that they can grow. And that's it. That's it.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. I see why you got that Superman shirt on, man. What's up? Let's go.
Well said, Brandon. Can y'all see the personal growth that's happening inside of him in who he's becoming? Wow.
Yep.
That's well said. Well said. Now all we got, I'm telling you, there's a very powerful thing when you go to these, whether it's an STS or whether it's a LDW, whatever type of high level event, and especially when you start becoming friends with other people, I see Earl, when you start becoming friends with other people that are sidelines and other organizations, and you're friends with them, and then not just one time, but then this time, and then the next time, and then the next time, they keep being up at the silver or the platinum tables, and they keep going to lunch, and then you're not. or you're sitting back and they're sitting up, and you're like, really? Right? There's a thing that happens with it inside of you. Number one, there's a little bit of nausea, right? By the way, that's okay. This happened to me too, right? Jim Rohn says, you know, disgust is a negative emotion, but it can drive you to do very positive things. So if you end up getting nauseated and disgusted enough, then you can end up taking a stand and say, that's it. I'm not living like this anymore. Not them all the time. Why not me? And there's a phrase that me and Bob used to talk about all the time. It doesn't always have to be someone else. It can be you. But guess what? It ain't no different than the darn gym. You just got to make the decision. I'm going to go. It's important to me. It's important to. I'm going to go. It's the same with VIP seating. It's the same with moving up the marketing plan. Okay? So congratulations, Brandon. Well said.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
are we supposed to go next, or Earl, did you have something to say? Earl, you raised your hand a minute ago.
I raised my hand. I didn't know somebody else was supposed to go. Yeah, first of all, that event is definitely the best event. I've been in Herbalife since 2016, early 2016, and that's the best event, hands down, that I've ever been to. Not only that, I've noticed a lot of other people, just like you see the growth in Brandon. I've seen the growth of so many other people, including people on my team, sidelines, and you can see the absorption and the growth of the company. The growth of the company is just ridiculous. And I am grateful for all these events, because these events just create a better environment for your circle in general. It creates a better environment for your circle, because we all dealing with, we got our focus, we got our goals, we got our 90-day plans, all these different things we want to do. And then we have the outside world that we're taking on. But then they get absorbed and filled up with the LDW. I mean, it's just amazing. And then there was a moment where they were doing the President's Team recognition, and Renita and Celeste, they were in the back, and I pulled them to the front. I'm like, come on, let's go. We're going up front. Like, let's go. Like, come on. I'm like, what? We're going up there? I'm like, yeah, we're going up there. It's a Sunday. I said, we're going up there. I was like, look, y'all need to breathe this in. Y'all need to understand the air feels better. You need to get it in the environment. You need to see that these people are no different from us. You need to see that these people are no different from you. These are real, actual people, real emotions, who just did the same thing over and over and over, didn't give up over and over, and believed. And it's all about getting that vision, because the how comes to you. And it's amazing, after that moment, Ren and I were talking together today for a good while, and it was funny. We were coming up with these ideas, and I know a lot of it was because of what we saw. And she was telling me how her vision became so expanded, mine as well. And then we were like saying things that we were already, that we both were thinking at the same time, because everybody was on the same page. And I also ran into after the tab team meeting. That's why it's important. That's why I'm so grateful for the tab team meetings. I ran into Morgan right after the tab team meeting, and she was just sitting there like absorbing energy or something. I don't know how to describe it. So she was absorbing energy. She was just so still. I'm like, you okay? She just like woke up like, oh yeah. And I said, look, I wanted to make a quick video of you sharing your story real quick. And this woman like literally she has an on and off switch. I'm sure y'all know about. Look, I know the team knows about this. I can only imagine how she gets with you guys direct. And all of a sudden, she just turned into this entrepreneur. Man, I don't know what word to call it. Just some entrepreneur, speaker, entrepreneur, a powerful woman. Just that quick. It was like she was on stage with about 1,000-some people, and she shared her story about how she dropped the weight, how she no longer works a job. I mean, to understand the concept of a 25-year-old woman that no longer works a job, making residual income, and she is helping other people do the same. And that's, you know, it's so powerful. And the funny thing about it is when you go to that event, there's so many people in that same room that's doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't even gravitate and understand, like in Herbalife world, people at World Team can be full-time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and she's not, I mean, she's Get Team. We know that's happening. But she's technically at World Team full-time. And I was lower than World Team when I went full-time. So, I mean, people don't really realize the opportunity that this is. And it's just so powerful. And they go to this event and to understand the execution of how only 3 months can literally change your life. The gentleman that spoke, Kurt O'Connell, so I hope you guys know, those who were there, and a lot of you were not, some of you were not there, to help you understand, the guy who was speaking, he was at the level that I'm at as global expansion team, with
Right.
a lot of people who are, just to understand the level of this business. So a lot of people in this company at World Team, in a tab team meeting, most of the people in the room raised their hand and said they were full-time. And not everybody was president's team. But at Get Team, he was full-time. Within 2 years, 2 to 3 years, maybe 3 years, I'll say 3 years to be safe. Within 3 years, he hit Chairman's Club. To help y'all understand that level, that means he was at Get Team at minimum making $1,000 royalty check, minimum from having that to being a President's Team member, which requires a $10,000 a month. I want y'all to listen to these numbers because a lot of people don't really understand the marketing plan that well. Understand, we just hear these names, but we don't understand the money. So when he had President's Team, a $10,000 royalty check, you have to do that for 3 months in a row. To go from that level, from a $1,000 royalty check to a $10,000 royalty check, within 3 years, from that to having 5 people in his line that were doing a President's Team check in his downline. 5, I mean, he duplicated 5 other people under him to become President's Team members. And that's within 3 years. And he explained how to do it. He pointed, said, who did a 90-day plan? Who started? He said, so many of us said we did. All right, that's how many started. Most of the room started. But then he said, how many of you completed a 90-day plan? You know, most of our hands went down. But the people in the front at the President's Team table, most of them had their hands still up. And he made it real simple. President's Team. He wasn't like a loud speaker or anything. He was articulate, sharp, cunning. Just President's Team, President's Team, President's Team, President's Team. And he just looked at us like this. He put his hand on his face like this. Don't you think it's worth doing a 90-day plan?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. And it made so much sense. It just, it was a light bulb for me. Like no matter what, like 3 months will, and that's the way we see extravaganza to change our life. You know, that event changed my life drastically, and I thank Herbalife, and I thank God for that event, and I thank you all for the energy y'all are bringing to catapult all us to another level, and it's awesome.
Awesome. Very good, buddy. Y'all give it up, give it up, give it up. All right, ladies, next. Let me just pick one. Celeste, did you go to LDW?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Oh, listen to that. Yes, sir. Making me feel all important. Talk to us,
Yes,
Celeste.
sir. Okay, so I'm really fired up because that was my first LDW, and right after my STS. And I'm not much of a talker, I'll let you guys know that. But I really came out of there with a lot. And I think everybody has talked about this. Kurt O'Connell talking about the 90-day plan. And I'm within that 90-day. This Friday, I should be supervisor. So
Wow.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm right now a qualified producer. And I remember him talking about togetherness. and just leading by example, making sure that you duplicate and not create a new or reinvent the wheel. Fire up your team, lead by example, keep on going, don't quit. And I remember what really stuck with me was the tortoise and the bunny or the hare example that they gave. You know, some people are going to go fast, some people are going to go slower. So really just work you and not worry about that other person going too fast. As long as you have your foundation laid down and you know exactly what to do, which means you have your 90-day plan, you can achieve whatever you plan to achieve. I also heard, because this has happened to me, a lady told me no, and he said, you know, say yes to a no, because not everybody you encounter is going to agree with you. They're not going to be ready yet to walk with you through your journey and the business. So you just gotta be patient and take time, but don't forget those people. Put them in the back burner, but always check up on them, because this is really me, because I remember Earl approaching me and I wasn't ready because I just had so much going on. And at that time I was doing Beachbody and I was like, Earl, I'm actually doing Beachbody right now. So coming out of that, comparing Beachbody to Herbalife, I see the family that Herbalife is that Beachbody wasn't. And I really do appreciate that, just looking at the team and everybody coming together. I remember being on the call with Earl until 1 o'clock. I was doing receipts. It was my first day. I didn't know how to do it. And here's Earl at 1 o'clock. I'm like, call me. I'm like, okay, all right. Are you sure? He's like, sure, we are family here. I mean, CJ, my sponsor, just always there for me. You know, I got this going on. Hey, you know, talk to me. What's up? You know, so I really appreciate the fact that everybody is together and meeting everybody. Brandon, Arlsky, Morgan, Courtney. I think it's not like, oh, you know what? I only know you from the call. Hey, what's up? What's going on? So everybody's giving everybody a hug, and I love that. My last point was, you know, make all the SDSs and the LDWs. And this, even Earl texted me and he said, you know what, Celeste, stick around with me for 12 events and you'll see what's going to happen. So I'm really, really appreciative to everybody, and especially you, and rubbing shoulders with you, you know, and showing off. So I'm so appreciative for this team. Thank you for letting me share.
Awesome.
Great job, Celeste. Great job. And I'll tell you what, when she first started and she says, I'm not a talker, immediately in my head, I was like, all right, y'all get ready. Because usually when people say, I'm not a talker, then they like, boom. And let me, oh, and one more thing. And then one more thing. Because
I was being sarcastic.
No, that was fantastic, though. I love that. I love that.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Awesome.
Thank you very much.
So great seeing you this weekend. Love the mindset. Love the guys. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of a new life for you. This is just the beginning for all y'all's dreams coming true. Okay, keep that in mind. All right, let's go. I know that.
I forgot one thing, Glenn.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. What did I tell you? Okay, go ahead.
I forgot one thing. I received my check on Sunday. So my first check.
You get your
all right.
Yep.
Hey, how much was it?
$52.
Boom! You are destined for greatness. There's a founder circle.
Did he say that's my mama? Did he just say that?
There's a founder
You said
circle
nice
member.
job, mommy.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's a founder circle member in Herbalife, Jerry Satanovich. Her very first, and a founder circle is 10 first line president team members. Anyway, she's mega rich now, but her first royalty check was 99 cents. And then the next month, it freaking doubled. It was $2. So to put things into perspective, your first check is 52 times more than hers was. So imagine where you can be in the next 5 or 10 years, right? Okay.
Right.
And guys, just let me put one little thing on that. 10 seconds. Stay. You guys know how many people that have been like in Herbalife or on our team, and they're on these calls, and then they just kind of disappear. Life gets them. Jim Rohn says the birds got them because that's a mystery. Jim Rohn, you know, all I'm saying is stay. Have the confidence to stay. They didn't build Rome in a day. Anything that's worthwhile you have to build it. You have to be around for a while, right? You have to grow yourself personally. Just stay. Do the basics. Believe in yourself. Believe in the team, and never miss one of these calls. Never miss the trainings. Never miss the support system.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's going to happen for you. It's going to happen for you. I can guarantee you one way that it won't happen for you is if you stop getting calls, stop going to the training, stop taking the products, and if you quit. Then guess what? If that happens, then I hate to say it, but whoever, I'm not going to say you, but whoever that does that type of person kind of deserves what they get, don't they?
Yes.
Because quitters never win. You can't quit at anything. Don't quit. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your family. Don't give up on your kids, your husband, your wife, whoever's important to you. Make it mean something to you that'll keep you grounded here for the next 10 freaking years. It's not a little, let me try it for 6 months and see if it works. Been working great for 38 years.
This is my first top 5.
What I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying, raise your hand.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Okay, Celeste just talked, so let's go. I'm saving Sam for last for a reason. Lonnie, you're next. So we had a girl, then a guy, then we'll go to like whoever else, Sharon or Ren or whoever. Lonnie, talk to me, baby. I think he froze up there. Lonnie?
Herbalife.
His connection was.
I hear him. He's good.
Kobe has to mute.
Who's Kobe? Oh, let me mute her.
Oh.
I'll mute her. Okay, she just muted.
All right. Yeah, this is my first Herbalife event. You know, it was great to come and like meet everybody. Like I've actually never met, you know, Alcee or Morgan before, but I've followed their posts on, you know, social media. So it was good to meet them and actually, you know, talk to them and actually get knowledge from them and like the team. And being at the event, you know, there was so much energy in the room. Like it just like inspired me more and more. Like each day I was there, you know, and just listen to all the success stories and listening to the just like you know weight loss stories as well. You know, it's just crazy. Like not crazy, but it was just like awesome to see everybody there and just like it was just a really powerful event. But yeah, like taking away like was like, you know, 90-day plan. You know, because I've been, you know, trying to make a plan for myself like already before this event, you know, just trying to see like, okay, I could do this day and then I could do this that day. It's like, but if I just write it down, like, okay, I'm gonna do this for every day for 90 days, you know, it'll just work out so much better for me that way. So yeah, that was the main thing I took from the event.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I had to go.
I love it. Yes.
I had to go get my power cord.
Yes, man. Yeah.
90 days.
Yeah.
Great job, Lonnie.
Hey, what a first event to go to. You know what I mean? Talking about getting a bigger picture of what Herbalife is, and so great to be able to go to an event like that and then meet your, you know, for the first time, meet your upline, meet your sponsors, all that good stuff. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, who else?
So really quick before I get past, I'm not gonna say too much. He came to the event and he invited one of his preferred members, and that's who Kobe is. She's on the call as a distributor.
Hey!
Oh my goodness! Wow.
That's what I'm talking about. Congrats, Kobe. Nice.
Where are they from?
Fort Worth.
Oh,
Right?
from Fort Worth?
Worth, Texas.
Yes.
Fort Worth?
Very
Yeah,
close.
we're out in Fort Worth. Yeah.
Fantastic. That's awesome, man. Congratulations, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's go either Ren or Sharon. Whoever wants to go. From Sharon, I'm excited about it. Where's
Hey,
Ren
this
or
is Fran.
Sharon?
I'll jump in. I'm
Okay.
here. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Hello. Welcome, team. Good to see everyone on the call and all the ones that traveled the distance made it back safely. This was my first LDW as well. I thought it was a great experience. I got a chance to meet a lot of other entrepreneurs, and so many people had great individual business mindsets. I got a chance to really enjoy hanging out a little bit with the Louisiana team, Morgan and Alcy and those guys, Team Ohana. And I enjoy it. I just didn't really have a favorite. I had a lot of different key points that I enjoyed out of the event, starting with like the 90-day plans, talking about being persistent and some of the things that took place there. But I have to say one of my favorites was Dr. David Heber.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed his just everything about just the way he delivered. He had a very, very just easy personality to deal with. We actually had a chance to do a Photoshop. I don't know if Earl's actually posted that yet, but at the end we caught him and grabbed him in the hallway, but he's just very educated, and he gave us a lot of good detail. The one thing he actually shared that kind of stuck with me was talking about the visceral fat and just the different products and how the scientific, matters behind it. And I actually shared that with a new customer of mine. So I was actually speaking with this person before the event, but now having that additional information, how it worked with the body, immediately the person was like, let's go do a get in order. And actually within like 48 hours, I have a new customer that's going to potentially be a preferred member, and who knows where that path may lead. So that really stood out, and I see Morgan smiling there. So enjoyed a lot of that information, and just kind of with everyone, the whole team, camaraderie and everyone pulling together. And so just good to be a part of this Herbalife family.
Yeah. Awesome. Great job, Ren. Okay, who else? Where's Sharon at? Oh, and then we'll go Alcy and then Sam, unless I'm in. Oh, Terrence went too. There he is. I need to put my glasses back on. Okay, where's Sharon at?
She's there. She got to unmute her phone.
I can't see. Oh, there she is down there. Sharon, unmute yourself, or I will. Here, let me unmute you. Well, it's not working. Where'd she go? Oh, she's over
I see her.
You just moved to the other side. Well, it's not unmuting, Sharon. See if you
There
can.
she go.
Oh, there it is. No. It won't unmute. Okay, Sharon, we'll come back to you. Let's go, Terrence.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
What up, my man?
Oh, man, not much. I really enjoyed seeing you guys and meeting everybody at LDW this weekend. And this was actually my first event since I've been back into the business. And I can honestly say, out of all the events I've been to in the previous time, you guys, like, this is the first one I actually learned something from. And that's really truly being honest. That's not saying that, nuggets and everything wasn't dropped at every event, which it was, but this was the first event, like, okay, well, I was actually serious about things and actually paid attention.
Exactly.
And actually got nuggets. And like, it's like right now where I'm at in the business right now, I'm in my second cut active supervisor. And it's kind of like a replaying thing, because this was like the point in my business I was before when I fell off. And the only difference is now I have a stronger foundation. I actually have, since I got back, at LDW and now, I've gained one more distributor. I have one preferred member that will be converting over tomorrow, and I have two more preferred members that just came into the organization. So right now, my org is at like, I got 4 distributors all together total and 14 preferred members.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Wow.
And
Wow.
I don't.
That's awesome.
Just me personally, like, everybody's asking, man, like, how are you getting all these preferred members? How you getting all these preferred members? And like, the only thing I can tell them is like, okay, all I'm doing is like, I'm offering discounts. Like, everybody loves weight loss, and everybody that takes Herbalife loves Herbalife, but at the same time, like I offer that discount side to them. It's like everywhere else, you know, like most of the clients now, like they're ex-GMC members. And right now, my vision, since LDW, my business became a whole lot clearer. Like at first, I didn't know how to develop distributors. Like I had distributors, but you know, success leads success, and you know, I fell off. So the same thing happened with my distributors. And then like I just had to sit back and think like okay, how can I expect them to do something that I'm not doing? After so long, you know, like Al never left me alone. I'll say that, and that's actually a great and amazing thing. Like he say, everybody was asking about me, you know, he's like, I'll be back. So I found that fire, and I revision and redefine my why. So like I'm stronger and I'm here now. He told me, you know, like we have to lead from the front. So at that event, I did purchase my LDW ticket, and I actually spoke with one of my distributors on it, and she's actually on the call now, Andrea, and she's going to be purchasing her ticket soon, and I want to congratulate her on that.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
I can say I'm back and I'm better, and the thing was, like, I'm bad with timing. And I've never done a 90-day plan whatsoever. So not probably. I know this week I'm going to start one. Before LDW, before Extravaganza, I'm going to start one and I'm going to complete one. I've said that. I've manifested it, and like it has no choice but to happen. Boom. And after LDW, like my vision went from here to here. So like now I kind of vision myself, and this is the confidence level that I'm on within the next year and a half or so. Like I'm going to own my own nutrition club in this area because like I look at the amount of opportunity, meaning I'm from Tallulah. Most of you might know where that is, and most of you may not. And, you know, like I just thought about it. I was like, okay, so nowhere in this area do we have a nutrition club whatsoever. So like eating healthy, you know, people want to, but they don't really have the idea to. So that's my vision. I'm going to talk to, I want to get a lot of input on people that do have nutrition clubs and that's been doing it. So they already have that experience. That way I know it's going to be good days. I know it's going to be bad days, but at the same time, I'm asking for it. So therefore I'm mentally ready for whatever comes with it. I never know how it's going to work out until I try it, because that's going to be one of those things I can actually say whether I fail at it or not, or whether I succeed at it. I did that, and it's not going to be nothing but a learning experience from me. So like that's pretty much where my vision if my vision is at now, and I'm going to I'm a leader of leaders. I can honestly say that. Like I look at the vibe that I give off, and speaking to Brandon and speaking to Earl, and you know everybody's telling me like, man, like you got a story, like you're going somewhere, like keep that fire, keep that flame. Like I don't see it, and you know like I appreciate all of the compliments and the good deeds, this and that, but like I know me when I was in the business at first, you know all of that motivation, like it had my head so big as to the point to where I stopped what I was supposed to have been doing, which was learning. Like I stopped learning. I went into my own little zone. Like, okay, like I got this. And like, that's not the way to go. So, I can actually say, you know, I've been in and out of the business. So I know both sides, being successful and failing in the business. So therefore that pain, I don't want to experience that pain no more. So I'm using that pain and I'm going to turn it all positive into growth, man. And I'm just going to grow from here on out.
Fantastic.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
Fantastic. Give it up for Terrence, everybody. Great job.
Let's go, baby.
Great job. I tried so many times to get Sharon unmuted. I don't know what happened. If you can unmute Sharon. But in the meantime, we'll go to Alcy. In case I'm missing somebody else, anybody else went, we'll go to Alcy, and then I'll save Sam for last. Alcy, what's up, baby?
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, LC Crocker. You know. So my biggest takeaway was 3 Ds. It was the 3 Ds: discipline, drive, and determination. when I first joined this business, I didn't want to do it. I was working, and I was making a good bit of money. What I was doing, I had 2 jobs actually, but people that knew me, like Morgan and Mr. O'Neal was the only people who knew me. I was bouncing job to job. I'm gonna just give you my backstory, and I'm gonna tie it into this 3 disciplines. It's gonna be short, don't worry. I was bouncing job to job because I had a thing about people telling me what to do, especially if I was more qualified than them. I always had a degree. I always had experience because I was working since I was 14, and I was always quick to pick something up because I wanted to be good at anything that I do. And I hated managers. I hated to be micromanaged. And so Morgan knew this opportunity was going to be good for me, but I turned it down for 2 months. But when I started it, I did it. And I ended up talking to Bob, and he told me what Glenn just said. He was like, "Why not you, buddy?" And that always stuck with me. He was like, the people that think about Herbalife the most, like if you wake up thinking about Herbalife, you go to sleep thinking about Herbalife. In the middle of your day, you think about Herbalife. While you're at work, you think about Herbalife. You become successful in Herbalife because that's all you think about. So that's all you talk about. And if all you talk about is Herbalife, then people's going to be attracted to that. And don't be afraid to be that person that talk about Herbalife all the time, because this is your way out. This is your way out of corporate America. And so I did that, and I was like, why not me? And when I went to Extravaganza the first time, I was in VIP, so I don't even know what it looked like in the back. And I'm never going to know what it looked like because I was like, why not me? If I can qualify for it, I'm going to do it. Like, they told me 20,000 and I did it. I don't know how. I just was talking to everybody, and I was not going to be denied. You're not going to tell me no, because I'm going to keep talking about it, and I'm going to keep showing up with better results. I'm going to show up with a different philosophy every single time. I'm going to grow mentally. I'm going to grow in my body, and it's going to be me because I'm always thinking about why not me, And so if you guys do that, if you have that mindset, why not me, and you put discipline to it, and you put drive behind it, and you put determination to win, to not fail, for it to be you, then it will be you. No matter how big the number is, 25 new customers, why not? Why not? Why not you? Why can't it be you? Because you're afraid to talk about Herbalife all the time? Because you're afraid to go do squats? Because you're afraid to take your tablets 3 times a day? Because you don't want to take 3 lift-offs in one day? Like, what is it? It's only your own limitation that you're putting on yourself. I use my job personally. When I was at work, I sold 14 trial packs in one time. I don't know anybody else that did that. I might be wrong. But I use my job for patients, and I use them for business. They using me, so I'm about to use you. And when I use you, you're going to feel good because you're going to take these products and you're going to gain energy and you're going to lose weight, and then you're going to be hooked, and then it's going to be me. Right? That was my philosophy. Like, I'm shaking up the shake, like Chris, like you, the dude said, I'm heating up that stinky broccoli on purpose in front of everybody, and I'm gonna be consistent with it. And they was like, what are you doing? Just this Herbalife. You want some? And so just keep them 3 Ds, and I'm out, you guys. And I'm gonna see all y'all in VIP. I'm gonna see all y'all with 20 people at Extravaganza, because like Glenn said, it's $1,000 residual income. Think about that. Your job tell you come to a meeting. They ain't telling you bring 5 people with you and it's going to be $1,000 income. They tell you come to that meeting. If you don't come, you get suspended. So think about that. Go to sleep thinking about that. Wake up thinking about that, and talk to everybody you know and get them there. Because if they get there, you're going to get there. You're going to be platinum. You're going to be with Glenn and everybody up there smelling good, drinking aloe, getting free shakes, canisters. They was giving out shake canisters in VIP. Giving out things of aloe, like, what's up? Why not you? It's only how you thinking. It's hard. Guess what? Begging for hours to be off is hard. Begging for your pay to go up, that's hard. Like, people say, I don't want to beg people to do Herbalife. When you beg your job to get vacation days and get extra sick days, that's hard because they're going to tell you no. Sure. So I'll beg you to drink these shakes, because when you drink these shakes, you're going to get results. When you get results, you're going to get a discount. When you get a discount, you're going to be a distributor. When you be a distributor, you're going to make a lot of money. And it's going to be me. right? And then it's gonna be you, and then it's gonna be them, and then it's gonna be you, and then it's gonna be her, and then it's gonna be him. So why not think about this all day?
Boom.
Why not be disciplined? Why not be determined? Why not have drive to be your own boss? It's your boy LC.
Let's go! Let's go, LC! Oh! Woo!
Fantastic. All right, and last but not least, listen, I'm so proud of this man. You know, you learn a lot about people from what you see them do. And he flew all the way in from San Diego, not only to be with his daughter, but to be with the team, to the LDW. And let's give it up for our boy, Mr. Sam O'Neal. What's up, Sam?
What's up? Man, oh man.
Come on,
I just want to say it was a pleasure coming in. You know, it was a sacrifice. Like I said, like, you know, I did it for the story, man. You know, I did it for the story. And the story was written, man. The story was written. I had a great time. You know, I bonded and grew with the team. You know, I met others. It was nice really meeting Earl and kind of chopping it up briefly with him. You know, I hugged him a couple of times and almost broke his back, sent his shoulder blade through his chest. But, you know, man, it was good. You know, met folks. Brandon is amazing. Everybody was amazing. I always thought Glenn was like 6 feet 8 inches tall, you know, so I met him and got to see him eye to eye. And it was just phenomenal, man. It was absolutely phenomenal. If I had to do it tomorrow, I would do it again, you know. So, you know, I had a couple of small takeaways. They were probably pretty much the same as what all you guys had. I really knew this, but it's crystal clear to me now is that I need for my people to get every single thing that they want, you know.
Yeah.
And the only way that that's going to happen is that I have to get better, you know. I get better, they get better. You know, so really I got a lot of work to do on myself. You know, I got to step my game up. You know, I also, the distributor flow was very powerful. It made things much more clear to me. These 90-day plans are imperative. You know, they have to be done. You know, and also I'm gonna go back to Terrence. I'm gonna go back to Terrence for a minute, you know, back to when he talked about getting his nutrition club, and if he failed, he failed. Well, failure is not an option, bro. Failure is not an option. That's not gonna happen. We don't do anything but succeed here. So success is in your future, my man. You know, also, you know, in this business, you know, I heard it loud and clear. It's very, very, very simple. I mean, very simple, you know. You either want this or you don't. You know, you either want this or you don't. You train mentally insane or you remain the same. So you train insane or you remain the same. And I'm not talking about just all physical training. I'm talking about training what's between your ears.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can grow what's between the ears of others. You understand me? You train insane or you remain the same. And it's just that simple. And with that being said, what that means is you either want this or you don't. You're not half in and half out. Glenn spoke about this some time ago. You're 10 toes in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's real clear to me that everyone on this call is 10 toes in because we're seeing the same folks over and over and over. You would not be here if you didn't want to be here. And you're here because you want to be here and you need to be here. And with that said, man, I love all you guys, man. And I'm going to see you again. I'm going to make a couple more trips in and out of these STSs in Dallas. And you're rest assured, you know, over the next year or so, you're going to see me in Dallas at these STSs probably 3 or 4, maybe 5, 6 more times. So So I'm going to make it a habit of traveling to be with my team. It's going
Yeah.
to get put on the calendar. I'll be traveling 5-6 times a year to be with the team. So
That's
that's
awesome.
where I'm at.
Let's go.
Fantastic.
Yes. Let's go.
Big pops in
Come
the
on,
building.
Sam.
Great job.
Oh,
And Sam, I don't know if your ears are burning, but I was talking about you in the gym tonight because the guy, my buddy I was working out with, his wife went on a business trip to California. And I'm like, oh, where did she go in California? San Diego. No way. Because you always ask more questions. Dig, you know, and then because then it leads somewhere. So San Diego, I said, you got to be kidding me. I said, one of our top guys, Sam O'Neill, is out in San Diego. He just flew out here for one of our leadership weekends here this past weekend. And he's going, oh, are you serious? So you just, you know.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, you just never know. But anyway, I was talking about you. I was all proud of you. You know,
Oh, man, thank you, man. Thank you.
bringing
Thank
your
you,
story
thank
to
you,
someone
man.
else, bringing your story to someone else, you know.
It was my pleasure, man. I mean, truly, I'm just grateful, blessed, and honored, man. It was really my pleasure, man. And I really have to get, you know, I left a huge piece of that out. I really have to give, you know, all of the credit to my wife for getting me there. You know what I mean? She did all of this.
Yeah.
She got everything together for me, man. She got my clothes ready. She got my ticket booked. She got everything together, man. She got me packed. She got everything. She got my snacks, bought my snacks, got my snacks paid for and packed. Got me together, man. Had a driver pick me up at work. The driver shot me over to the airport. You know, she got everything ready, man. And it was just a no-brainer for me. She said, if you commit and you say you want to do this, that's all you need to do. You tell me, do you want to go and be with your team or not? And if you say you want to be with your team or not, that's it. That's all you need to do. I'm going to do everything else to get you there.
yes.
I'm going to tell you one thing right now. I'm glad you remembered to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Because this is on video. It's recorded.
And Sam,
Yes.
hey,
Oh.
Sam, when I upload this video, I will edit it and only upload that part. Honey, you have got to watch this video.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, exactly.
Great mentorship, Sam. Great mentorship.
That's 30 years of marriage, man.
Booking the trips and everything else. That's fantastic.
Everything. And then said, here, you know what? Here's some cash money. When you get there, you know, take care of Morgan, take care of Alcy, take care of the team, feed them, whoop-de-whoop, whoop-de-whoop, take care of them. And that's
On
what
top
we
of
did.
that, give you some cash. Wow.
Man, you ought to go on more trips.
I need to.
That's awesome. Okay. Hey, I think I was just able to unmute Sharon. Oh. Sharon.
Yes.
So y'all give it.
Yes, I'm good now.
And now we got to end it with a woman. Sharon, talk to us, baby. I know this is your second cut of active supervisor.
Nice.
I'm sorry, earlier I was in a wooded area, so my signal was horrible.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. Like I said, LDW was awesome. I mean, everything that they talk about was right on time for what I needed right now, especially getting really lasered in, as y'all say, and really being focused on really what, you know, I have to do. I have, you know, I'm really set on my reason why right now. So really them saying how to employ yourself. I don't know, I know Monica, you know, you hear me always talk about that all the time. So it was great that they brought it up again for that reminder, because you're talking about how to employ yourself. That was some great points that they mentioned, you know, at the conference this weekend. And it was great, you know, having some of the team there. So that was a great feeling like that. And I'm really enjoying, you know, leading from the front, and I really stepping out of my comfort zone, but I'm loving it. So, and I know I've really grown a lot this year. I know I've come a long way. I look back at just pictures and everything, my mindset and everything I've come a long way, and I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
And I've seen the direction of where the team is going. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just bobbing and weaving, I'm just keeping up with everything, and I'm just, because I'm in it for the long haul. So I'm really excited and motivated about the things that come from, this overall team for the year. And I just want to do whatever I can. I want to be, inspiration. I want to inspire. I want to motivate. I just want to be a good positive example of whatever I can be, and help grow others to do, the same thing that they want to do for themselves. And so I'm just grateful, that I have positive mentors, and I was in a positive environment, so it keeps me in the right mindset, and it keeps me, like I said, focused, and it keeps reminding me of my why and why I'm doing this. So I'm excited about it, and good things this year, and I'm just step out of my comfort zone and just going with it. So that's it.
Yes.
Woo! I tell you what, too, it's amazing. You see the change in yourself, even in your pictures. Obviously it's it's in your heart who you're becoming, but even in your pictures, you're like, when I see them on social media, I'm like, that girl is changing. That girl is changing. And then I think it was a couple of weeks ago, you were doing a video promoting something, like promoting a challenge, and I'm like, Monica, come here, look at Sharon. I'm good, because you're like smiling and just your aura, and I'm like, just so proud. And you don't even know that, because we're not typing a message back to you, so you just never know, who you're inspiring out there, who's looking at you, who's proud of you. I can tell you one thing right now, I'm proud of you. Monica's proud of you. I know everybody else is proud of you too. Keep it up.
Awesome. Yes.
Keep it up.
Yes, most definitely keep it up, girl.
Yes.
Yeah. I tell you what, guys, what a noble cause we have in Herbalife. The mission, right? To make the world what? Healthier and happier and wealthier, right? And I will tell you one thing right now, like going off of what Sharon said, then we'll end the call. I have never met anybody in Herbalife that has got to the global expansion team, the millionaire team, and the president's team that didn't dramatically change, personally first, right? And we've always said it, you have to become the person first, then you get the check. Become the person first, then you get the position, right? You don't get the position, then you become the person. Like Mark Hughes used to say, you don't get a great attitude, you don't get a bunch of money, then a great attitude, right? Everybody have a great attitude if we give you $1 million tonight, right? Of course, be all jacked up, right? But most people would lose that $1 million because they don't have the personal growth to be able to manage it, right? So you get the attitude first, then you get the income. You get the attitude first, then you get the position. You become the person first, then you grow up the marketing plan. And I'm telling you one thing right now, and we've said it over and over and over, and then we're going to end. It comes down to one thing that starts with a D, and it's called just making a decision. Making a decision that I'm going to do it. And again, sometimes making that decision can come from a negative place, like Terrence, I don't want to fail. I don't want to fail again. I don't want to, or disgust, being disgusted or nauseated with a particular thing in your life. I don't want to live like that anymore. Let that drive you. Let that be the fuel, or it could be your kids or your parents or whatever else. Okay. But the bottom line is when you grow, guess what? Everything around you grows. You guys follow me? So listen, about 100 days or so to extravaganza. Let's buckle up for this ride. Let's all get locked in to a 90-day plan. By the way, a good friend of mine, Meta Hildegard, is coming in for the STS. Okay. If I'm in town, I'm going to go to it as well. I might not be in town. But if I'm in town, I'm going to go as well. But I was talking to her last night. She's coming in. I think it's May 5th. I'm not sure if that's the date, May 5th, May 6th, something like that. But so that's going to be an incredible STS here in Dallas. So thank y'all for y'all's contribution tonight. Thank y'all for y'all's contribution and who you are who you continually are and who you're growing into in this business. And I want y'all to do this in closing. When y'all go to bed tonight, I want y'all to close your eyes, take about 5, 7, 10 minutes, as long as it takes, and I want you to feel that diamond pin on your chest called President's Team. I want you to feel like you're a President's Team member. I want you to start looking at yourself like a President's Team member. Start walking, talking, acting, taking products, decisions that you make, actions that you take like a President's Team member. If you start doing that, you become the person first, then you get the check. Become the President's Team member in your mind. Envision it in your mind to where you're wearing that pin tonight, okay? And I'm telling you, you will attract it faster than you've ever thought possible. Become it first and you'll attract it, folks. All right? I love every single one of y'all. Thank y'all so much.
All right, we love you, man.
Love you guys.
And let's
points on the board. Let's go.
Let's get this second cut, Morgan, ahead of time.
Yes.
Ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love y'all. Peace out.
Peace.